So one of the interesting things about reproductive programs in a zoo-based setting is that we have little background information to go on. They're all very diverse species, but that's what the important thing is, that they're endangered species. So although we prefer that they breed naturally and produce offspring naturally, that's not always the case. For whatever reason there may be, whether it's physical, medical, and that's when a program like ours would step in. And whether it is to just assist a breeding to make a living offspring, so that would be an insemination process where we're putting the semen into the female to create the offspring. But thinking longer term than that, now you're thinking about that animal may pass away, whether it's by old age or a medical reason, then we want to make sure that their genetic material is represented in the population and that we don't lose that genetic material. So we would preserve that by freezing the cells, and whether it's the sperm cells, embryos, the eggs, or skin cells that we're freezing, it buys us time in the future to use that living genetic material in somehow way or form to make an offspring. So why is preserving genetic material important? Because there's several things. One, you want to avoid inbreeding, where you're breeding such a small number of animals that they all become very related. And with that high degree of relation, then you end up with different problems, and that's usually a survivability issue. But if we can keep as many of the different genes, the genes that give them disease resistance, that give them survivability in the wild, and even basic things like different fur coat color or variations in size. Those are all the different things we want to preserve. So one of the interesting things about working with species when they're in captivity is that we're able to learn things about them that we would either never see in the wild or have the opportunity to manipulate in the wild. So for example, our polar bears, we have one amazing offspring right now, but our female, for example, has given birth to triplets several times in a row. And it's our speculation and others that maybe females don't just have singleton or twin births, that there actually may be more triplet births out there than is documented in the wild. We would never be able to see inside the den, as we can here at the zoo.